I am absolutely stunned at the way that both mainstream news as well as friends on social media generally, mainstream news, have not given this incident, I think, the gravity that it deserves. And that is the heinous murder, the hate crime of a 6-year-old in Plainfield, Illinois. This is just outside of Chicago. 6 years old Wadea Al-Fayoume, who is Palestinian American, who was stabbed by his landlord. Let's just put that out there. I'm just gonna name that. And okay, well, all right. You want to go? Let's go deeper. Let's go. What are the terrible things surrounding this crime? His landlord used to love him. His landlord, he considered a grandfather. His landlord built him a tree house. They were tight. His landlord, a 70-year-old white guy, also was sucking down psychotic rhetoric from right-wing news day after day after day, specifically like AM radio, getting that mainlined in his bloodstream in his brain, and just decided that Muslims and specifically Palestinian Americans were the enemy. Stabbed this child to death 26 times. Guys, 26 times, right? What is that? That is, I think this person is a devil and I have to kill them until they're dead because, like, all Muslims are scary to me because that's what I've been told. Okay, those are the facts. Also, stabbed his mom 12 times. She's still fighting for her life in a hospital. This is the day after, or a few days after, what a lot of people in this country were talking about, which was supposedly a day of jihad, right? This was a day where all Muslims, they would be activated somehow, the chip in their brain goes off, and then they would attack specifically Jews. And I'm talking serious people believe this was going to happen. That serious people were texting folks saying, be careful tomorrow. Now, I don't want to do a tit for tat. Oh, I'm sorry. Have there been any anti-Semitic attacks lately? Because I'm so glad that there actually have not been. At a time of massive increase in anti-Semitic hate crimes, from where? I'm sorry, from who? Not from Muslims, not from Palestinian Americans, but from the effing right wing, from the same radio that tells this psycho to go kill Palestinian Americans. In that same breath, they can say, oh yeah, and Jews. So look, people, if this is Israel's 9/11, then we have a chance to do things differently. We have a chance to actually not do the knee-jerk Islamophobic dehumanization in the United States. We'll talk about what's going on in Gaza later. In the United States that we did after 9/11. People want to pull out 9/11 like, oh, this is the 9/11. Okay, well, let's slow it down and figure out what the F we did after 9/11 that got us into, I don't know, quagmires of wars, occupations, fueling sectarian violence, the creation of ISIS, destabilization in the regime, in the whole region, migration to the United States, on and on and on and on and on, right? And here we're being gaslit that it's just Jews that are under attack. We got the New York Times doing exposés about young Jews in America and how they feel. By the way, not that I was counting, every single one of them a white kid. Okay, fine. As if there aren't Jews of color. Not a single expose about Palestinians. Not a single one. And there's a child who's been murdered. And I guess we're just supposed to like incorporate that. It was like, okay, no. Well, that's, I don't know, collateral, casualty of war. Nope, that's what comes. And we're just supposed to forget about it. We mention it. Kamala Harris says something, hey, this is bad. This is bad. And then we're just supposed to keep going. And I say, fuck that shit. That is not okay. This is not okay. We know who's the actual victim in this entire war. We understand it's Muslim Americans. We understand it's Palestinian Americans. You got Palestinians in San Francisco who have been here for, I don't know how many generations more than these fucking white gentrifier assholes, being like harassed for being Palestinian here in San Francisco. So that's what I'm bitching about. Everyone needs to come correct about what this is actually about and what it's not about. And if you needed any more evidence, you have a 6-year-old who's dead now. That this is about rightward fascism globally. And guess what? It has Muslim Americans, and yeah, it also has Jewish Americans in its crosshairs. But it's not coming from the Muslim community. And criticism of Palestine or criticism of Israel is not a conflation of Judaism and criticism and anti-Semitism. And we've been over this a million fucking times. So yeah. Wadea, rest in peace. I hope your mom pulls through. And I hope we can show up for her. And I hope we can hold her. And it's just wild to me, you know? These are our neighbors. These are our friends. These are people you trust. And then again, I think the right is turning on the chip in racist brains, and they're the ones who are acting out. So do better, y'all. Do better. It's not a day of jihad. It's just racism. It's just Islamophobia. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do